It's a direct connection to the spirit of the past while powering this brand into tomorrow. Oh yeah, that wasn't the sound of the Fratsonic chamber in the Banshee. That was the scream of the most power-dense internal combustion engine Dodge has ever installed in a muscle car. In 2025, the all-new Charger will also be available as a six-pack with the twin-turbo Hurricane. Standard output hits the streets with 420 horsepower, and the HO spins the dyno to 550 horsepower. But these aren't old school engines. No, these Hurricanes embody everything that we've learned about piston power since the doors of the Dodge Brothers shop first swung open. Twin turbos that perform like they're constantly spooled, and a driveline that houses an 8-speed transmission and an all-wheel drive system standard. But it's a Dodge, so we also let you turn it off and tear it up like a traditional rear-wheel drive muscle car. This is what a brand can build when you're always building on a promise to never lift. This is what happens when you work to deliver never before, again and again.
Oh yeah, what it do, y'all? Fresh on my way to get to this truck so I can go make a little bit of money on. But before we get to the truck so we can make some of that money, I gotta talk to y'all about something y'all keep asking me about, man. I really don't want to talk about it as much as I used to, because there's a lot of people that talk about it already, but I guess y'all want my opinion on it, so I will give you my opinion. Y'all want me to talk about the six-pack. The Dodge Charger six-pack. I already talked about this car. Y'all know, I already talked about the Dodge Charger six-pack. I told y'all it was gonna be a good car. Did I not? Did I not tell y'all it was gonna be a good car? You just gotta be patient with this particular car. Now, if you're looking for something like a budget BMW, you know, BMW has the same type of motor, inline six. Now, I'm not saying it's the same motor. I said the same type of motor, inline six. BMW M3s and M4s have inline sixes, and those motors are very moddable motors. You can mod those motors and get crazy, insane power with simple tunes and a couple bolt-ons. You can easily get them things to 800 horsepower fairly easy and fairly cheap. So, if that inline six can turn out to be anything close to that type of motor, like a BMW motor, then it's gonna be a great car. But what's really gonna make the car a great car, and I did say great car, I'm saying great car in certain areas. You see that white stuff right there? That's called snow, for people that don't know. It snows a lot in the Midwest, East Coast, things like that, all the way on the eastern side of the United States, and somewhere in the middle as well. It snows a lot, and that stuff is irritating. But you know what it's not irritating for? Somebody with an all-wheel drive car. And guess what's all-wheel drive? The Dodge Charger with the inline six, the six-pack, and the new RT versions are going to be all-wheel drive. That means all season of fun. No, you're not going to get the V8 sound. Now, you ain't going to get that. But you're still going to get a nice sound. If you modify it a little bit, get a nice little exhaust on it, you're going to get the popcorn, the pops. Pip, pop, 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 pop. We're gonna get some nice pops. And all we really care about is the sound. We do care about the V8 sound. I got a V8 SS right now. My SS is a V8, but we do care about the V8 sound. But we'll accept the popcorn. We'll accept the pops, because we like the pops too. So it's gonna be making nice popping sounds, and most likely it's gonna be an easier vehicle to tune. You're gonna be easily able to get Hellcat power with these vehicles, especially when you change out the turbos, bigger turbos, couple bolt-ons, nice little tune. Once they figure it out, now it's gonna take a while for them to figure out how to get that motor to be fully tunable. Now somebody probably already got it figured it out, because it's been out for quite some time. Y'all do know that they used to put, they have been putting those motors in the Ram trucks, as well as before that they were putting them in the Jeep Wagoneer. They was putting them in the Jeep Wagoneer. So those motors have been around for a while, and they're proven to be somewhat, I guess I can't say reliable, super reliable, because we don't have enough time, but so far so good. I can say so far so good. I don't hear about any of them just flat out being horrible motors. They got a lot of torque, a lot of power. Overall, they seem like spec wise good motors. Now, I've never had an inline six anything, so I can't really speak on it. And no, I haven't driven one of those cars, but I told y'all months before anybody said it. I said the car was gonna be a good car. Before you can go back and check my videos on it. I said this car was gonna be a good car before anybody. Any of your favorite YouTubers, I said it first. I said it's gonna be a good car. if you don't mind. It sounded like a popcorn, making popcorn, the V8, no V8 sound. And if you want to get a budget BMW, I said that a long time ago. I said it a long time before anybody, but y'all don't really listen to me. You only listen to who you want to listen to. So you act like you didn't hear me when I said it. I even said the RHO was going to be a good truck, as long as you didn't mind it not being a V8. It's already got the JB4 tune. You can JB4 tune those motors right now, which is a piggyback tune. It's not really a real tune. It's just a piggyback tune that tricks the computer, you know. But it's still a good tune. Gets you 100 horsepower. So they turn that 575 to 675, 650. That's great horsepower. All-wheel drive. You know what you can do with that? So, do I think the six-pack is gonna be a good car? Yeah, especially for people that live in the cold climates that like a snowy climate. Like I live in a snowy climate. I live in the Midwest. It's always snowing here. You're gonna get snow at least 3 to 4 months out of the year, if not 5. And I ain't talking about little snow. That's a lot of snow. I'm talking about we just got out of an ice storm. We had an ice storm. Look at that Kia Stinger. I got a Kia Stinger. Big shout out to the Stinger boys and girls. But yeah, back to the subject. We just had a big ass ice storm. That all-wheel drive is gonna be something special. It's gonna be something special. And believe me, all-wheel drive, it's just universal. You can do, like I said, snow, rain, sleet or snow, and hot climate. You're gonna be able to drive your vehicle. So yes, I think the car is gonna be somewhat good. Is it gonna be better than a Hellcat? I mean, it depends on the person driving it. Like I just told you, it's probably gonna be quite easy to modify it to get Hellcat powers. I don't think it's gonna be that hard for it to get Hellcat power. BMW M3s and M4s are easily getting Hellcat power, easily, you know. So, to be honest, I even think that they may not even bring the Hellcat, put a Hellcat motor in those. I think they're gonna end up putting bigger turbos on those cars and making it a Hellcat with an inline 6 with a big turbos. That's what I think they're gonna do. I don't think they're even gonna put a Hellcat motor in those cars. You heard it first from Tlites. I don't think they're putting Hellcat motors in those. And if they do, they're just gonna be doing it for people that wanna get that V8 sound, and they're gonna be overcharging for them. They already overcharging for the inline 6. Fairly loaded inline 6 running your high mid 60s, and you want a fully loaded one, you damn near $80,000. So they already messing up by overcharging. They say, oh, you can get a base. 9 times out of 10, you ain't gonna be able to get no base. You know what I mean? And the base is fairly expensive as well. 59, 60,000, 62, 63,000. So it's still an expensive car. It's not gonna be a cheap car. So the question is, do you just want to keep your old Mopar, or do you want to go with the new 6-pack, which I think is going to be a good car? It's a good looking car. You know, it is a good looking car. At first, I didn't really like the looks on it. I hold my feet to the fire. I did say I didn't like the looks on it at first, but then once I got and saw it in person, I liked it. And I only saw the V8 version. I never even saw the ICE version. I have not saw the ICE version, but the electric version was a nice, best looking EV out there, hands down. It's the best looking EV out there, better than Tesla, any EV you name, it looks better than. Now, is it the performance wise? It's not up to the par. The technology wise, it's not up to par. But the ICE version of the Charger, I think it's gonna be. It might not be a hit, but I think it's gonna be a good selling vehicle. It's gonna be a good selling vehicle, but once people start modifying these vehicles, putting the wheels on it, dropping them low, putting spoilers on them, splitters, you know, making them look super cool, I'm telling you, these cars are going to end up being a hit. They're going to end up being a hit. They're going to be the budget BMW. You want a budget BMW, get a bare bones 6-pack and modify it and make it your own car. Watch, these cars are going to end up being hits. Now, I don't think they're going to be super hits, but they are going to be good selling vehicles once the right people get their hands on them, once they start putting them on social media. You know, once social media go, it go. And they're going to be hit cars because they're going to be beating Hellcats from the factory off the line. Now, they ain't going to beat no Trackhawk or no Durango off the line. I don't think they're doing that, but any Hellcat that ain't all-wheel drive, they're going to be beating it. They're going to be beating it. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. No, I don't. I want to be the bearer of bad news. If you got a Hellcat, Charger, or Challenger from stoplight to stoplight, that 6-pack is going to be knocking the mummy dust out of you. Plain and simple. Now, if you all-wheel drive, you ain't got nothing to worry about. But if you're not, you got something to worry about. And once they start putting the bigger turbos and all that stuff on it, it's going to be a crazy car. So yes, I think the car is going to be a good car. Would I recommend you to buy one? Of course, go ahead and buy one. If you got the money, you're in a good financial position. It's not an ugly car. It's a great looking car. It's not an ugly car. It's just an overpriced car. But if you got the money, knock yourself out. I'm pretty sure they're going to have some kind of deals. I'm hoping hopefully they bring power dollars back. If not, if they don't sell that good, they'll end up giving you a deal. So I would hold off. I wouldn't buy the first year. I never buy the first year of anything. Don't buy the first year. You got to at least see if it's going to, you got to, let's see if they work out all the bugs before you rush into getting one. But overall, yes, I think that the Hurricane Charger, new Dodge Charger, 6-pack, AKA Scat Pack, is going to be a good vehicle. Especially when you live in the climates like this. If you live in a climate like this, you best to be looking to get one of those 6-packs. If you like a fast car, a good looking car, you want to be able to drive it year round, this is why you're going to get that car. If you live in an area like this. Now, if you live in California and all that type of stuff, I don't know if you really want to get one. You know, it might not be beneficial for you to get one because there's so many other things that you can get for that price tag. You can get a BMW. For high 70s, a fully loaded 6-pack, you might as well go get a fairly loaded BMW M3. A fairly loaded BMW M3 is comparable to a fully loaded Dodge Charger 6-pack. I would go with the fairly loaded M3 myself. I'm just telling you. But if you want a bare bones budget BMW M3 M4, I would go with the Charger. Pay the $59,000, I think $60,000. And get a bare bones and modify it. Get you so you can always get leather seats, and you can always do modifications to make the car look like it's more expensive than what it is. Get you some better wheels and all that stuff like that. So yeah, I think the car is gonna be a good car. I do think it's good. I think they're moving in the right direction. Is it a muscle car? Absolutely not. It's not a muscle car. It's more of a tuner car. We're gonna have to put it. It can no longer be called a muscle car. We're gonna have to call it a tuner car now because it's not a muscle car anymore. It's a tuner car. It doesn't have a V8 and all that. I'm sorry, a muscle car has to have a V8. This is more of a muscle car than that 6-pack. And this only has a 5.3 liter V8 and it's front wheel drive. I would call this a muscle car before I call that 6-pack a muscle car because it has the V8. And it is an SS, but it's just front wheel drive. But muscle cars have rear wheel drive. So no longer can it be called a muscle car. It's going to have to be called like a sports car now. Just call it a sports car. It's not a muscle car anymore. That's over. The last muscle car they made will be the Charger and the Challenger. Previous generation. This new generation is not, they're not muscle cars. They're tuner cars now. Call them rice burners. They're tuner cars. And that's cool. It's cool. They still fast and they still look like muscle cars. They're just not muscle cars anymore. So does that answer y'all question? Did I answer your question? If you live in the Midwest like I do, or the East Coast like a lot of people, or middle America where you get a lot of snow and different types of weather, it's going to be the perfect type of car for you because you're going to get to look cool year round in your Dodge Charger because they are good looking cars. Nobody can say that they, well, you can. Everybody got their own taste, but in my opinion, I think it's a good looking car. Is it worth the money? HE double hockey sticks? No, it's not worth the money. Absolutely not. Heck no, they overpricing these vehicles. Very overpriced. Like everything Stellantis dropped. Overpriced Dodge Ram or Dodge, whatever you want to call it. Overpriced Rams, overpriced Jeeps, overpriced Chryslers, overpriced everything Stellantis got is overpriced. They overpriced by like $10,000. So if they can get the price down to a fairly fair price, yeah, go ahead and get one. If not, if you can't afford it, you can't afford it, man. Just stick with what you got or go get you an older Scat Pack, older Hellcat. Because for $70,000, for $45,000, you can get a fairly nice Hellcat that's got like 55, 60,000 miles on it. And that motor can easily get you to 250,000 miles before any major problems if you ain't beating up on it. So, in my opinion. But with that being said, you asked me a question. Hopefully I answered it for you. We at the makeshift stoplight. Look at the Tahoean. Is that a Tahoe? Yep, a Tahoean. the Sadies. Uh-oh, there go a Kia. What's that, a Kia Optima? Yeah, that's a Kia Optima. I used to love those cars. But yeah, hopefully I answered y'all question, man. Get back to me, man. Meet me in the comments and let me know. Would you buy one of these new six packs? I keep calling it a scat pack. Six pack, it is a scat pack, basically. Would you buy a six pack? Would you spend $70,000 for a fairly loaded six pack? Would you pay for it? Bare bones, I get a bare bones one for $59,000. I get a bare bones one, and I wouldn't even buy it. If I was you, I would lease it and see if you like it enough to buy it. If you want to buy it after the lease is up, you can always buy it. You know what I mean? But I would lease it. I would not finance it. Lease the car. Do not finance this car. Lease it. Lease the car, y'all. Don't finance it. Lease it or pay cash. Those are the options I'm giving you. Do not finance this car, especially it being at the first year of it. Do not do that. You see how the electric version was a disaster. Do not finance a disaster. You don't know if it's going to be a good car or a bad car. I'm just telling you if it's, what I told you was if it's good, get one. We don't know if it's going to be good. We don't know if it's going to be reliable. You see, like I said, you see what happened to the Daytona, the electric version. Disaster. Garbage. Garbatros. Don't pay all that money for a piece of crap. But with that being said, King T-Light got to get on up out of here. But let me leave y'all with some positivity. I don't know who told you that life is promised. It's not promised, y'all. Life is not promised. Tomorrow's not promised. So why are you acting like you got tomorrow that's promised to you? Stop acting like you got forever in a day, because you don't. Stop being like that. You need to live your life day by day. Now, do plan for the future, because 9 times out of 10, you're probably going to wake up tomorrow, especially if you're young, middle-aged, or just barely to your seniors years. You're probably going to wake up tomorrow. But you can't be taking your time, sugarfooting, and acting like you got all day to make things happen. You don't. You need to start trying to make it happen now. Stop wasting time. Stop wasting your precious time. Time you can never get back. You can never get time back. I don't care who told you, you'll never be able to get it back. You'll never be able to get any second that you've lost, you lost it. You'll never get it back. It's gone. Gone forever. And that's my positivity for you today, man. Y'all stay best up and stay safe. I love you, werewolves. I love y'all. Shout out to the Werewolf Pack. I love y'all so much. Make sure you like this video, comment on this video, subscribe to this video. Subscribe to the Werewolf Pack, Tlites World. You know, I give y'all all type of content. Majority be police chases and lot reviews, but occasionally I slide in and give y'all one of these type of videos. And as you can see, it's freezing out. It's freezing in here. I had to turn the air off so it wouldn't be in the background, because I didn't bring my full equipment. I'm on my phone right now. But with that being said, I love y'all, man. Y'all stay safe. I'm going to slide out of here. I'm gone. Peace. Ooh-wee, look at this Durango Hellcat. Got the pearl white on it. This thing is nasty.